It is late at night. You are lying in bed, and the room is completely dark. You are so tired, your body wants to rest. You close your eyes, and you hope to fall asleep quickly. But suddenly, your brain wakes up. It starts talking to you. It starts reminding you of things. You remember that email you forgot to send. You remember that bill you need to pay tomorrow. You remember that friendly message you did not reply to. Even though your body is still, your mind is running like a fast car. You cannot turn it off, and you cannot find peace. Does this feel familiar to you? Because many people experience this every single night. We live in a very busy world. We have so many tasks to complete. We have jobs, we have families, we have small chores, and we have endless digital notifications. Every day, we try to remember everything. We try to keep all our plans inside our head. But this makes us feel heavy. It makes us feel tired, and it makes us feel behind. In this episode of our podcast, we are going to look at a very famous book. It is called Getting Things Done, written by David Allen. This book was written to help people who feel overwhelmed. It is for people who have too much to do and too little time. David Allen has a very simple message for us. He says that our mind is not a storage space. Our mind is a thinking space. Think about that for a moment. Your brain is wonderful at creating ideas. Your brain is great at solving problems and being creative. But your brain is actually very bad at remembering 50 small tasks at the same time. When you try to force your brain to remember everything, you create mental clutter. Imagine a physical desk in an office. If the desk is clean, you can sit down and work calmly. You feel relaxed. But now, imagine that same desk covered in papers. There are sticky notes everywhere. There are old coffee cups, piles of books, and pens scattered around. It is messy and it is confusing. Just looking at it makes you feel stressed. Your mind works in the exactly same way. When you have too many unfinished tasks floating inside your head, your mental desk is messy. Your brain cannot relax even when you are trying to sleep. David Allen calls these unfinished tasks open loops. An open loop is like an open circle that you started but did not finish. Maybe you want to start exercising. Maybe you need to call your bank. Maybe you want to learn a new skill. Because these things are not finished, your brain keeps reminding you about them. It whispers to you when you're eating dinner. It whispers to you when you're playing with your kids. It whispers to you when you're trying to rest. The problem is not the work itself. The real problem is the effort of trying to remember everything. Your brain hates this. It wants to know that your tasks are safe. It wants to know that you have a plan. In this video, we will explore how to clear your mind. We will learn how to build a system that you can trust, a system that allows your brain to finally let go and rest. We will break down the best lessons from this book into very simple steps. Let us begin this journey to a calm mind and a peaceful life. Part 2. The Big Shift. A mind like water. Many people think that being productive means working faster. They think they need to run. They think they need to do 10 things at the same time. But this is a big mistake. True productivity is not about speed. It is about clarity. It is about having a calm mind. When your mind is quiet, you can think clearly. When your mind is quiet, you can make good choices. Let us look at a simple example. Imagine a friend asks you to organize a small dinner party. It is just a small dinner for 5 people, but immediately your brain starts to worry. You start thinking about many things at the same time. What food should you cook? Who should you invite? What time should they arrive? Do you have enough chairs? Do you need to clean the house? All these questions run around in your head. They feel big. They feel heavy. You start to feel stressed about a simple dinner. But then, you take a piece of paper. You write down a few simple things. Buy vegetables. Invite Sarah and John. Clean the table. Something changes immediately. You look at the paper. The tasks are now outside your head. They are on the paper. They look small now. They look easy. This is what we call manageable. Manageable means you can control it. You can do it step by step. When the tasks were inside your head, they felt like a giant monster. But on paper, they are just small steps. David Allen says, we must change how we use our brain. Your brain is not a storage box. It is not a place to keep your to-do list. Your brain is a tool for thinking. It is a tool for creating beautiful things. When you free your brain from remembering small tasks, you get your energy back. You become more creative. You become more focused. The author uses a beautiful image to describe this state. He calls it a mind like water. Think about a quiet lake in the mountains. The water is completely still. It is like a mirror. When the sky is blue, the lake reflects the blue sky perfectly. When a bird flies over the lake reflects the bird. The water does not struggle. It does not feel stressed. It simply reflects what is there, because it is calm. But what happens if you throw a stone into the lake? The water reacts. It makes ripples. But then, it slowly becomes still again. It returns to its calm state. Our mind should be like this lake. When a task comes, we react to it, we do it, and then we return to being calm. But today, our minds are not like a quiet lake. Our minds are like a storm. The water is shaking. It is moving everywhere. Because of this, we cannot see clearly. We cannot reflect anything. We feel confused and we feel tired. A good system helps you find this calm state. It helps you create a mind like water. No pressure, no panic, just peace. In the next parts, we will learn the exact steps to build this calm mind. Lesson 1. Capture everything. To build a calm mind, you must start with a very simple action. This first step is called capturing. To capture means to collect. It means taking every single task, every single worry, and every single idea out of your head. You must put them into a safe place. David Allen calls this safe place an inbox. You probably know this word from your email. When someone sends you a message, it goes to your inbox. It waits there until you read it. In this system, your inbox is a physical or digital basket. It is a container for your thoughts. It does not matter what tool you use. You can use a small paper notebook. You can use a simple notes app on your phone. You can use a digital task manager. The tool is not the secret. The secret is the habit. This habit is very simple but very powerful. Every time a thought enters your mind, you must capture it immediately. Do not try to remember it. Do not tell yourself, I will do this later. Your brain will not believe you. Your brain will keep repeating the task over and over. Every time you think, I need to buy groceries, write it down. Every time you think, I must reply to that email, write it down. Every time you think, I want to plan a trip to Japan, write it down. You must capture everything. This is a very important rule. Do not try to decide if an idea is good or bad. Do not try to decide if a task is big or small. In this first step, your only job is to collect. Imagine you are cleaning a very messy room. The room has clothes on the floor, books on the bed, and papers on the desk. You do not try to organize them one by one right now. First, you just pick them up and put them into a big box. Once the floor is empty, you can breathe. Your mind works exactly like this messy room. When you write everything down, you are putting your thoughts into a box. When you do this, something wonderful happens. Your brain begins to feel lighter. You feel a sense of relief. Why does this happen? Because your brain finally trusts the system. Your brain understands that the task is written down. It is in a safe place. It will not be forgotten. So, your brain stops screaming at you. It stops reminding you. It finally lets go. And it rests. Many people do not realize how many open loops they have. They carry 50 or 100 small worries every day. No wonder they feel tired. No wonder they feel stressed. When you start capturing, you might write down 30 things in 10 minutes. You might write down 60 things. That is completely normal. Do not be afraid of a long list. A long list on paper is much better than a long list inside your head. On paper, the tasks are quiet. In your head, they are loud. So, make a promise to yourself today. Start carrying a notebook or open a blank page on your phone. The moment a task pops up, capture it. Get it out of your head. Let your brain do what it does best. Create, think, and relax. Lesson 2. Clarify the action. Let us look at your new list. You have captured many things. Your inbox is full of notes, papers, and digital reminders. But there is a problem. You look at your list and you feel confused. You feel stuck. You do not know where to start. Why does this happen? It happens because your tasks are not clear. Most people write very vague things on their lists. They write words like project or taxes or car. Your brain looks at the word project. It does not know what to do. It does not know the first step. Is it a big project? Is it a small project? Do you need to call someone? Do you need to write something? When your brain is confused, it chooses to do nothing. It walks away. It looks at social media instead. This is called procrastination. We avoid tasks because they are not clear. David Allen says we must change this. We must clarify every single item on our list. To clarify means to make something clear. It means asking yourself a very simple question. What is the next physical action? A physical action is something you can actually do with your body. It is not an idea. It is a movement. If you wrote health on your list, that is not an action. Your brain cannot do health. You must change it. You must ask, what is the next physical action? Maybe the answer is, call the doctor to schedule a checkup. If you wrote car on your list, that is not an action. You must change it. Maybe the next action is search for a mechanic online. Every time you see a task, ask yourself, what is the next step? It must be so simple that a child can understand it. When you make your tasks specific, your brain stops worrying. It sees a clear path. It knows exactly what to do. The task suddenly feels much easier. Now, what if a task is not actionable? What if you cannot do it now? David Allen says you have 3 choices. First, you can throw it away. Maybe you wrote down an idea, but you realize it is not important. you do not want to do it. Just delete it. Let it go. Second, you can put it in a list called someday or maybe. This list is for dreams and future plans. Maybe you want to learn photography. Maybe you want to build a wooden table. You cannot do these things today. They're not urgent. So, you put them on your someday list. Your brain knows they are safe, but you do not have to worry about them now. Third, you can keep it as a reference. This is information you might need later, like a recipe or a phone number. But what if the task is actionable and it is very small? This is where we use the famous 2-minute rule. This rule is incredibly simple, but it can change your life. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to finish, do it immediately. Do not write it down. Do not put it in your inbox. Do not organize it. Just do it now. Maybe you need to send a quick email. Maybe you need to put your shoes in the closet. Maybe you need to water a plant. If it takes 1 minute, do it now. If it takes 2 minutes, do it now. Why? Because organizing a tiny task takes more time than actually doing it. Writing it down, looking at it later, and worrying about it takes too much energy. When you use the 2-minute rule, small tasks disappear quickly. Your list stays short, your mind stays clean. But sometimes you cannot do the task yourself. You need someone else to do it. In this case, you delegate it. You give the responsibility to another person. Even when you delegate, you must keep track of it. You write it down on a list called waiting for. This list helps you remember what you're waiting for. For example, waiting for John to send the report. You do not need to worry about it, but you will not forget it. Clarifying is about making decisions. You look at your inbox, you ask, what is this? Is it actionable? What is the next physical action? Can I do it in 2 minutes? Every item becomes clear. Every item has a place. You are no longer confused. You are in control. Lesson 3. Organize the chaos. Let us talk about your kitchen. Imagine walking into your kitchen and everything is in the wrong place. The plates are on the floor. The forks are dirty in the sink. The pots and pans are on the dining table. The knives are scattered on the chairs. You want to cook a simple dinner, but you cannot. You feel stressed just looking at the mess. You waste 20 minutes just looking for a spoon. Now, imagine a clean kitchen. Every single tool has its own home. The plates are stacked neatly in the cabinet. The glasses are on the top shelf. The forks and knives are inside the drawer. When you want to cook, you do not have to think. You just reach out your hand and you find exactly what you need. Cooking becomes easy. Cooking becomes fun. Your mind works in the exact same way. If your tasks are not organized, if they are all mixed together, you will waste precious time. Your brain will feel confused. You will look at your list and you will feel tired before you even start. To fix this, we need to give every task a clear home. We need to build a few simple lists. Each list has a specific purpose. The first list is your next actions list. This is your most important list. It contains small, real, and immediate tasks. These are things you can do the moment you have some free time. They do not need more planning. You already decided what the next step is. For example, your next actions list might say, call the dentist, buy milk, or Send the weekly report to your manager. These are not big ideas. They are real physical movements. When you have 10 minutes, you open this list. You pick one task and you do it. It is that simple. The second list is your projects list. In this system, a project is anything that needs more than one step to finish. This is a very important detail. Many people write big goals on their daily to-do lists. They write plan summer vacation or write research paper. But you cannot do a project in one single moment. You cannot do plan summer vacation in 5 minutes. It is too big. So, you put these big goals on your projects list. Planning a vacation to Rome is a project. Moving to a new apartment is a project. Organizing a small meeting is a project. This list helps you keep track of your big goals. But remember, every project must have a connection to your next actions list. For example, if your project is plan summer vacation to Rome, your next action might be search for flight tickets online. Once you finish that small action, you decide the next one. Like, check hotel prices. This is how you make progress. You do not do the project. You do the small actions, one by one, until the project is finished. The third list is your waiting for list. This list is for tasks that other people are doing. Sometimes you cannot move forward because you are waiting for someone else. Maybe you are waiting for your boss to approve a budget. Maybe you are waiting for a friend to reply to your message. Maybe you are waiting for a package to arrive. Write these things down on your waiting for list. Write, waiting for John to send a contract. Or, waiting for the repair service to call. This list is a lifesaver. It keeps these tasks out of your head, but it ensures you never forget them. You can check this list, and if someone is too slow, you can send them a polite reminder. The fourth list is your someday or maybe list. This is the place for your dreams, your wishes, and your future plans. These are things you want to do, but not right now. Maybe you want to learn to play the guitar. Maybe you want to travel to Japan. Maybe you want to write a book. These are exciting ideas, but they are not urgent. If you keep them in your main list, they will make you feel guilty. You will look at them every day and feel bad because you're not doing them. So, put them on your someday list. They are saved there. One day, when you have more time, you can look at this list and turn one of these dreams into a real project. Finally, David Allen suggests organizing your tasks by context. Context means the situation, the tools, or the place you need to do the task. You can group your tasks into small lists like phone calls, computer tasks, or home tasks. This is incredibly practical. Imagine you are waiting at the airport. You cannot clean your kitchen there. You cannot work on your garden, but you have your phone. So, you open your phone calls list. You make 3 quick calls. You are being productive without feeling stressed. When you are at home, you look at your home tasks list. You do not worry about office work. This is how you organize the chaos. You give every thought a home. You know exactly where everything is. You feel in control, and you feel ready for anything. Lesson 4. Review and trust. Let us think about a beautiful garden. Imagine that you decide to plant some lovely flowers. You dig the soil. You put the seeds in the ground. And you pour some water. You feel very happy. But then, you walk away. You do not return to the garden for 3 weeks. You do not check the soil. You do not water the plants. What happens to your garden? The flowers do not grow well. Weeds start to appear everywhere. They take over the space. Some of your plants die because they do not have water. The garden becomes a mess. It is no longer a beautiful place. It is just a wild, dirty space. Your productivity system is exactly like this garden. You cannot just build it once and forget about it. If you write down your tasks, but you never look at your lists again, your system will die. Weeds will grow in your system. You will have old tasks that you already finished. You will have new tasks that you forgot to write down. Soon, you will stop looking at your lists because they are not correct anymore. This is why we need the most important step of all. This step is called the review. David Allen says that the secret to keeping your system alive is the weekly review. This means that once a week, you must sit down in a quiet place. You must take some time to look at your entire system. Many people like to do this on Friday afternoon or Sunday evening. It does not matter when you do it. The only thing that matters is that you do it every single week. During this weekly review, you become the gardener of your mind. You clean up the mess. You look at your inbox and you empty it. You look at your next actions list. You ask yourself, did I finish these tasks? If yes, you cross them off. You feel a great sense of satisfaction. Then you look at your projects list. You check if your big goals are still moving forward. You make sure that every project has at least one small step connected to it. If a project has no next action, it is like a car with no fuel. It cannot move. So, you decide the next small action. You also check your waiting for list. You see if someone was supposed to send you an email. If they forgot, you make a note to send them a gentle message. Finally, you look at your someday or maybe list. You see if there is a dream you want to start now, or if there is an old idea you want to delete. This review is not just a chore. It is a moment of power. It is the moment you take back control of your life. You look at your week, you see your goals, and you see your progress. You are no longer running around like a blind person. You can see the whole map of your life. When you do this review regularly, something magical happens between you and your brain. You build trust. Remember, the main goal of this entire system is to make your brain feel safe. Your brain must trust that you will not forget anything. When you review your lists every week, your brain learns that the system actually works. It understands that everything is under control. And when your brain trusts your system, it finally stops worrying. The stress disappears completely. You do not have to worry about tomorrow, because tomorrow is already on paper. You do not have to worry about yesterday, because yesterday is finished. You can be fully present in this very moment. You can play with your children, you can talk to your friends, and you can sleep peacefully at night. Your mind is calm, like that quiet lake in the mountains. We have traveled a long journey together today. We started in a dark room with a loud and busy mind. We felt the weight of too many unfinished tasks. We felt the stress of trying to remember everything. But now, you know the secret. You know that you do not have to live with a messy mind. You can choose a different way. You can choose a mind like water. Remember the simple steps we shared. First, capture everything. Get your thoughts out of your head and into your trusted system. Second, clarify your actions. Ask yourself what the very next physical step is. Third, Organize your tasks. Give every single reminder a clear and happy home. And finally, review your system every week. Keep your mental garden beautiful and fresh. It feels amazing to be in control. It feels peaceful to know that nothing is forgotten. Every time you write a task down, you are giving yourself a gift. Every time you clean your list, you are choosing peace. You do not need to change your whole life in one day. Just start with one small action. Carry a small notebook. Write down your first thought. Small actions, done consistently, will create a powerful change in your life. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with this channel today. If you love this story, and if you want to learn more simple lessons for a better life, please subscribe. Share this video with a friend who feels stressed today. Let us grow together, step by step, every single day. Goodbye for now, and have a beautiful, peaceful day.